Boys, it is my mission to make sure that every single person watching this video gets at least one 96 overall Genki Force player of their choice for free today. Now, Civ family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your Thursday, and without further ado, let's get it started. Now, I'm going to assume most people know this, but the way you get a free 96 overall Genki Force player in this game is by going on over to your store, going on over to the star offer tab, and by using these stars, which you can earn in this promo, you can get a 96 overall BND player, you can get a 96 overall auctionable player, as well as 93 overall packs, 89 plus overall packs. So realistically, going through here, you probably could get 3 96s for free, a BND 96, a regular 96, as well as get enough 93s to build another 96. But in this video, we're going to be keeping things simple. There's no need to get too overcomplicated. Let's talk about getting up to 700 stars and what you absolutely need to do, because I want every single person watching this video to get at least 196 and get up to 700 stars. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, Swift, I'm already well over 700 stars, don't worry, I've got some other tips and tricks to showcase in this video, but let's start it off by talking about how we can get our stars in this game. Now, the first and most simple way of getting Genki Force stars in this game, I'm not gonna lie, Genki Force might be the weirdest name for a promo. I've said that so many times, but the way we get stars in this game, number one is by field pass. And right now, I am not gonna lie to you, it is incredibly simple to get up to level number 17. Now, level number 21, yeah, that's a little bit of a hike, that's a little bit of a mission. You gotta work up a little bit of a sweat, you gotta walk up some stairs to get there, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna let you ride the escalator up to level number 17 very easily. And if you get up to level number 17, let's do the math. You get 100 stars at 17, you get 100 stars at 14, another 100 at 12, plus you're gonna get 75 at level 9, as well as 50 at level number 4. Do that math, that is 425 stars. That's well on your way to getting that full free player. Now, you might be thinking, Swift, how do I get XP in this game? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's really one tab in here I want you to focus on, and that is the stats tab, boys. EA Sports just put these 3 new missions in the game, and after running the numbers on these, if you do all these 5 missions, you get 23.5k XP. Compare that to like the challenges where you get 1,000. Compare that to the sets where you get 1.5k. These stats missions, if you add up all the XP you get, is 23.4k. That is so much more than really anything else you'll grind in this game. Now, how can we get these missions done and get them done quickly? Well, you actually might want to grind for these, because in 5 minutes of grinding, I got 11 sacks right here, and then in another 5 minutes of grinding, I got 13 passing touchdowns. That's 50% of the way on both of these missions, plus we got progress on our first downs at the same time. Let's talk about it. And boys, also, I'm just focusing on these 3 missions because these bottom 2 have been in the game for the past week. I'm assuming you probably done these already. If you haven't done these already, check out my first video I made on Genki Force exactly 7 days ago. But focusing on these top 3 missions right here, let's talk about getting them done basically instantly. Number 1, you need at least 2 Genki Force players in your lineup. If you don't have Genki Force cards in your lineup, go to the store and buy some 86s. We got Jonathan Hankins chilling right here at defensive tackle number 3, weighing down the team as we hop on our team play, and that's for sure. And then we got Chris Moore right here at wide receiver number 5. You don't need to play with these cards on your starting lineup. They don't have to play for you, but they have to be in the lineup. Now, let's start it off by talking about the passing touchdowns as well as first downs, because I'm not going to lie, that one is super easy. Go to Legend week 1 and week 2. Go on over to the Devin Hester second challenge and play this on 1-star. It's super simple. Now, I'm not going to lie, I do actually have one little important tip I want you guys to know. Call 4 verticals out of gun empty. It's that simple, and I'm not going to lie, I got to put my mic in between my knees right now to hold my remote in the other hand. This is a super sus position. If you were watching me from afar, yeah, you'd probably think some crazy things. But boys, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to score your touchdown in the middle of the field and showboat as you're about to get into the end zone. Now, that time, I'm not going to lie, that's the first time I've seen it not work. But if you go through, score your touchdown in the middle of the field, so between the 2 hashes, and showboat as you go into the end zone, you're going to skip this entire celebration animation. See right here how we had to watch that man celebrate. We had to watch him dap up my teammates. We don't really want to do that. We want to replay the challenge as quick as possible. So we're going to go through here. We're going to call this exact same play, and then we're going to showboat as we go into the end zone, as long as we're between the 2 numbers. So as long as we're between the 2 numbers right here, it's going to work. As you guys can see, we're between the numbers. We're going to showboat, and that's going to allow us to skip the animation. See, there was no high-fiving. That's perfect. Now, as we get into the end zone right here, not only do we get the passing touchdown, but we also get credit with the first down. 2 birds with 1 stone. You can grind that until you've got the missions done. It shouldn't take you more than, I would say, 15 minutes to go through and get them done. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Now, next up, boys, let's talk about sacks. As in the background, we get 2,000 XP right there. Like I said, just so easy to go through and grind these missions. 100 stars in the background. We love to see it. Now, how are we going to get our sacks? Let's talk about it, because I think you should grind for these as well. We're going to go on over to our solos. We're actually going to scroll on down to the Team of the Week preseason solos, and I am going to be playing through the second challenge in here. Now, the reason why we're going to Team of the Week preseason is because I want to find a solo where I know my opponent's going to be passing. In this Khalid Kareem solo, we are up by 7 points. It is the fourth quarter. They will pass the football every single time. We're going to get a sack basically every single play, or at least every other play, I'd like to think. All we're going to do is we're going to go through and call an all-out blitz, boys. It is that simple. Go to formation, go to dollar, call spinner right here, and all I'm really going to do is just bring in all my defenders close to the line of scrimmage. We're calling spinner right here. We're bringing in these defenders. We are pressing. We're going to bring down these corners, and really we're just going to scream at the quarterback. We should be able to come in basically unblocked. As you can see, we get a sack fumble. We would replay the solo over and over again. Do that 20 times. It's going to take you like 10 to 30 seconds per fumble. Click replay. Do it again. It's that simple. Shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to get the sacks. Probably even less than that, to be honest. You can probably get them done in like 7 minutes. Now, before we move on to the next part of this video, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this one, Underdog Fantasy. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, they're a place where you can make higher or lower player picks. And with NBA back after the All-Star break, here are some of the picks I'm cooking up on the screen. As you guys can see, looking to turn our $20 into 120. If we do so, that would be awesome. Now, if you want to make some picks for yourself, I'm going to leave Underdog link down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll allow you to download the app. And then once you download the app, put in my promo code SWIFT. As you can see, this is what it's going to look like when you put in my code. And if you do so, you're going to get Steph Curry's line set to 0.5 points. That is a free special. He is obviously going to score at least 1 point in the game later tonight. If he does, you win. It's that simple. And boys, we actually did pretty well on some of our picks over All-Star Week. Had a couple of wins on the 3-point contest, which was really fun. So don't miss out. Be sure to sign up today using promo code SWIFT. Again, that is linked down below in the description, boys. Use my code, get the special, and let's try and win tonight. Okay, now that is step number 1, and that is really a non-negotiable. I kind of want everyone going through and doing that. As you can see in the background, getting good progress. I'm going to finish those off after this video. Now, once you guys do that, you're likely going to be up to level number 17. You are likely going to be at 425 stars. Well, how do we get to 700? Now, there's a couple things I'm going to suggest you guys do. Number 1 is going to be playing solo challenges. There are now enough stars in here to get 200 Genki 4 stars if you do all these solos on max difficulty. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is kind of where there's sort of a trade-off. This is kind of where you can make the decision. Now, if you're more of a solo challenge player in this game, go through, play all 40 of these challenges on max difficulty. That will get you up to 625 stars, meaning all you need is another 75 Genki 4 stars to get all the way to the free player. How are we going to do that? Well, you got to go to house rules and you got to win some games. But if you go through and play all your solos on max star difficulty, you only need 75 stars. When you do the math on that, that means you only have to win 5 house rules games. That shouldn't be too difficult. Now, if you're like me and maybe you prefer playing online, maybe you don't love grinding solos as much, as you can see in the background, I'm already up to like a nice number of stars right here. We're up to 890. How did I do that? Well, it was from grinding house rules. So it's kind of up to you. There's a balance. You can either play the solo challenges if you want to, or you can play the house rules, but you're probably gonna have to do a combination of both. Obviously, if you don't want to play the solos, you don't need to. You could just go through and win your games. It's not that difficult. And just running the numbers on that, if you don't want to play any solo challenges in this game, you would have to win 18 games of house rules, which isn't that difficult. 18 games of house rules would get you from that 425 we get from playing our field pass up to the 700, which you guys want to get the full free player. So kind of up to you. There's kind of a balance in there, but you're gonna have to win between 5 and 18 house rules games. It kind of just comes down to how many solo challenges you want to play. For me personally, I think like getting through 100 in the first series, yeah, that was fine and dandy. But now that we're in this second series, the only reason why I'd want to play these is to get these boosted players right here. And in tomorrow's video, I'll be talking about the best 96 overall BND Genki Force champ to pick. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel if you don't want to miss out on that video. I don't think you're going to want to. There's some good options in here. There's some interesting options. And honestly, it's a difficult decision. Jair Alexander's really good. DK Metcalf's really good. There's some good options. I don't want to keep you guys longer though. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for the love. And I'm out, boys. Peace.